Hi, I'm going to try and explain to you how to use braid properly. It's great stuff. It enables you to fish light tackle but strong tackle. But if you don't go out prepared, you can really cock it all up, as I have done on many occasions. The most important part about braid is to put it on the reel properly. A lot of people will show you how to put it on, and they put it on dry, and then what happens is the underlying layer it gets wet and dry, wet and dry. The top bit gets used all the time, so that's nice and tight, but the bottom bit gets dry, and then it gets wet, and then it gets dry, and after a while it gets all fluffy and starts to the spool starts to split. So consequently, when you hit a big fish and you get down to where all this fluffy line is, the line bites in, and then bing, off goes your fish. Done it. Really annoying. So the easiest way to put your line on your reel is to, the reel that you want to load, put it on a rod, take another reel, perfect, and put all your braid on there. Then you want to adjust the drag so that just as you pick the reel up, the reel starts to give. Okay, you then drop that in a bucket of water and connect it to your reel that you're going to load, and slowly spool it up. That way it goes on wet and tight. Trust me, you won't have any troubles at all if you do it like that. Not, you know, this works, what I'm telling you. Right, the other thing is knots. There's really basically two braid knots that I use. One of them is the back-to-back uni knot, which is easy. I'll show you this one. You're going to come in over the top of me or something. That's it. So that one, you just form a loop. We all know this one. A couple of times through the loop. Okay, that one. And then the same on the other side. The uni knot there. It doesn't work as well with string, but it just makes it live. Then you just pull the two knots together. Okay, now that knot is great for lines up to about 15–20 pound. Anything over that, the mono can, which is much thicker obviously than the braid, the mono can catch on your rings as you're going out, coming back, whatever. So what you need is a knot with a really low profile, so it goes over the rings and doesn't get trapped, especially if you're doing casting, you know. Now this is 50 pound braid, okay, and I normally put 40 pound mono on that, and the knot that I use is really clever. Okay, so you take a bite like that. Okay, now you twist it and pull the running end through. Okay, so you end up with a figure of 8. Show that again. You take a bite on the line, twist it, and pull that bit through, so you got a figure of 8. Right, now you got your figure of 8. You get your braid. Take your braid up through the hole, down through the other hole, pull a bit of your braid through, and then tighten down on your figure of 8 knot as hard as you can. Okay, really tighten it down. Then take your uni knot on the other side, and again pull the two together. Now this knot, why I don't use it on the thinner lines is because to make it work, you have to, once you've tied the knot and you tied it, we practice tying it until you get it right. Once you tie the knot, you have to give it some welly, tug it down, and then what happens is the mono disappears virtually inside the braid, so you've got no contours of the mono at all. So the reel, the rod's rings don't get caught, it just comes out easy peasy. But you really need to, when you pull these two together, you really have got to give it some welly, and you'll sort of feel it go click, and that's when you got it right. But practice it, it's a great knot. I've never ever had this knot break on me, and we've really given it some testing over the years. I mean, I fish for marlin, so this is the knot that I use, and I've never had this knot break. Okay, I don't know what it's called. I sort of came up with it by accident, so you can call it whatever. Till somebody claims it, we call it the bob knot. But It really does work. So do yourself a favour, load your reel properly, tie your knots properly, and you shouldn't have any problem. That's it.